Hello and welcome to Church Online for Sunday, April the 5th, Palm Sunday. I'm Reverend Elise Feltrin from St. Andrew's United Church in Bayfield, and I'm happy to be here with you from my basement where I live in Bayfield. Before we begin, just a couple of comments based on feedback, and we're learning as we go. But one thing some people have commented is that the sound is not good. And so I just invite you to look in the bottom left corner of your YouTube screen, and you will find a speaker icon. And if you bring your cursor to the speaker icon and increase it, you should hopefully get a better volume. The next thing is that this is not actually being broadcast live. It is pre-recorded. And although I invite people to watch at 11 o'clock on Sunday so that we have a sense of still coming together as a congregation at that time, you are welcome to watch this at any time and to share it with family and friends, or to watch it repeatedly or later in the day, whatever best suits you. And finally, this is recorded in segments with YouTube hymns interspersed. And each time a segment ends, you need to scroll down to the next one and start it. Or else what is happening for some folks is that YouTube pops in another video and you just go down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos without being able to continue the service. So when one section ends, and you'll know because I walk out of the screen, I'm a one-woman show here, so I need to stop the camera myself. But then it's time for you to move on to the next segment. So now let us prepare ourselves for worship. And if you have a candle with you, I invite you to light it with me to remind ourselves that no matter the season, no matter the time, no matter the crisis, no matter the distance, we are not alone. May we remain focused on the ever-present and guiding light of Christ during this and all times. Our long Lenten journey has arrived on the cusp of Holy Week, the day we name as Palm Sunday, which leads us towards the cross. We know the story of disciples and followers joyfully waving branches as Jesus arrives in Jerusalem. The Bible doesn't specify palms, but based on the climate and geography, this is what has been traditionally believed. Maybe in our context, they would have waved boughs of cedar or pine branches. But I always like to use the play on words and imagine waving our own palms. Let's take a minute to look at our palms. Our two hands, so often taken for granted. These days, scrubbed raw from so much washing and sanitizing, perhaps feeling dry and chapped. Hands that we use for greeting, for working, for eating, for making, for playing, for offering comfort, are two beautiful hands that are created for touching, for holding, for blessing, and for praying. Please place your palms together and then bring them over your heart and come. Let us worship.